Swampcast. Once again, I'm Bullfrog, bringing you the cringy shit show you didn't ask for. So this week's hot ticket: Donald Trump has a memo that was leaked where he proposes the narrowing of the definition of gender down to only male or female, which makes perfect sense to me. Now, a lot of transgender people are just freaking out because they think that he's going to take their civil rights away and he's going to make it legal for everybody to discriminate against transgender people. Now, all this is that under Title IX and Title VII, the definition of gender will only be either male or female. It's not going to include transgender. However, because they can't discriminate based on your gender, they can't discriminate against transgender people either. Now, it doesn't say that you're not legally allowed to be a transgender person. It's just that federally you will be recognized as either male or a female, not transgender, and certainly not as non-binary BS either. Now, it's up to each state whether or not you are allowed to change your gender marker on your driver's license or birth certificate or whatnot. If you're a male and you transitioned into female and your state allows you to change your gender marker on your documents, well, the federal government will recognize you as female then. See how that works? That's all it is. The whole bathroom debate thing too. Now, they're just removing the federal mandate that schools and businesses allow, or I guess it's just schools, to allow transgender people to use whichever bathroom that they want to use. Now, it's just going to be up to the individual schools. If this passes, that is, it'll be up to the individual schools to decide whether or not they want to allow transgenders to use the bathroom they're choosing. That's all that is, too. And people are freaking over nothing. I waded through so much cancer, so much bullshit. I mean, every single article and video that I saw on this, I kept digging around trying to get down to nitty-gritty and facts about this. And there's just everywhere I looked, so much cancer, all this, they're taking away transgender people's rights, and that they're going to erase them out of existence. This is all bullshit. Don't listen to the bullshit. Get down to nitty-gritty, get the facts. All this is that federally you'll be recognized as either male or female, whichever sex it says on your birth certificate, driver's license, or whatnot, whether or not you have changed it, or whether it's the original one. That's what you'll be recognized as. They're just not recognizing transgender. You're freaking out over nothing. Grow up. Think for yourself. Get the facts. So I came across a tweet the other day. It was actually a reply to a tweet where the original person was saying that one of Kavanaugh's accusers had come out and admitted that she had lied and that she in fact had never even met Kavanaugh. So this chick replied to that tweet saying, "This is bullshit. Just because they never met does not mean Kavanaugh didn't rape her. Hashtag believe all women." Alright, I don't know if this was actually serious or not, but what the serious fuck? All logic has gone right down the toilet. They're so hell-bent on just believing everything women say, even when they come out and admit that they lied, and admit that they never even met the guy. Oh no, we still gotta believe that she was raped. Again, I don't know if it was serious or not. I saw the profile picture of this chick. She looks like your absolute typical feminist. Just looks like a feminist. But anyways, epic face palm. So the gun control debate, that's been going on for quite some time, and I kind of want to put in my own 2 cents on that. First of all, the laws are just way too restrictive as it is. Now, gun control, it's not really about guns, it's about control. So, now the leftists, they want more regulation, more restriction, and they think that that's going to make everybody safer. Well, it's not. That's a real stupid-ass idea. Now, what I think, we need armed citizens. We need more people armed. And actually, that will make our society safer. Because if more of us are armed, better chance we have of defending ourselves against these maniacs out there who are actually bent on trying to hurt people and kill people and whatnot. Now, a person who is, really hell-bent on really, doing some damage, wants to go out in there and kill some people, they're not going to go to the store, or a gun shop or whatever, and find out that, well, they got turned down because they don't, meet the requirements or because of the restrictions or whatnot, and they're not going to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll have to give up on that idea, I can't legally buy a gun. It's real easy to buy a gun off the black market, okay? So, more regulations, more laws and whatnot, all that's going to do is make these illegal gun dealers a lot more money. Now, law-abiding citizens, they should have that right to defend themselves. And now, with all the restrictions, it makes it harder for them to do so. And it's especially got these gun-free zones. Now, in a gun-free zone, people who are law-abiding citizens are really just sitting ducks because they are not able to defend themselves. Now, there was a story back in the 90s, a woman who was at a restaurant with her parents. She owned a gun, and she left her gun in her car because, well, the restaurant was a gun-free zone. Well, some maniac came actually crashed his truck into the fucking restaurant, jumps out of his truck, and starts shooting people. She could have saved her parents' life if she had been able to bring her gun inside. Now, gun-free zones do not make a place safe. Allowing citizens to carry guns will actually make people safe. We need more lax regulation. In fact, I'd like to just do away with a lot of these regulations altogether. People who abide by the law should not be restricted from being able to defend themselves and to be able to defend others. And you hear a lot of people, suggesting, should have armed teachers and armed guards in schools and whatnot. And of course, people throw up their arms like, oh no, kids are in school to learn. And teachers shouldn't be carrying guns in school. Well, guess what? You know what? There's some fucking maniac going to a school shooting people up. Wouldn't you rather have your kid's teacher having a gun and be able to shoot the fucker down before too many people get hurt? It doesn't appeal to your emotions, but it's logical. Heard a story not too long ago about a woman who, she was a gun owner, and a guy comes busting into her house. She shoots him and was saved because of this, but then she's facing prison time because, she couldn't legally own a gun because, she had a marijuana charge. Get that. Isn't that fucking stupid? I think it's pretty damn stupid. She was actually in a car with some people. They got pulled over, and the officer found marijuana in the car. Nobody fessed up to it, so everybody who was in the car got charged with it. And because of that, she's not allowed to legally own a gun. I think that gun control, these restrictions, are actually way more out of control than the actual gun violence itself. And I'm sure you all heard that fucking non-binary idiot, fucking Emma Gonzalez down in Florida, saying after the Parkland shooting, well, they say that a good guy with a gun can stop a bad guy with a gun. Well, we call BS. Where the hell did she get that logic? That is just absolute bullshit. Yes, a good guy with a gun can stop a bad guy with a gun. Now think of this. A woman who lives alone, that you care about, say, maybe your mother or your grandma, living alone, and some big, huge, freaking 300-pound dude comes busting in through her door. What would you rather have? Would you rather have this woman have a gun and be able to shoot him and defend herself? Or would you rather her not have a gun and have to call police, wait 10 minutes for the police to get there, in which time she can easily get killed? What would you rather have? Think about that. Gun control, these gun-free zones, they don't make anybody safer. In fact, they are harmful. We need to loosen up the restrictions. We need more people armed. And in fact, I think we should be able to have teachers or armed guards in schools. In order to have a safe society, we need armed citizens. So apparently the Simpsons might be dropping the Apu character. Why? Well, because some fragile snowflake out there thinks that the character is problematic and offensive. Yes, apparently the Apu character perpetuates harmful stereotypes about Indian Americans. Never mind the fact that everybody on The Simpsons is an exaggerated stereotype. It's a goofy TV show. They're supposed to be. But of course, the PC players gotta get their panties all up in a twist, though, because everything's so problematic, and of course they give in because they're so afraid of being called racist. I think it's pretty stupid that they're just giving in. Just these leftist SJWs. They just stomp their feet and freaking scream and cry the loudest, so they get what they want. It's time that we put our foot down and tell them no. If you don't like something, then tough shit. The whole world just needs to be a big fucking safe space for them, apparently. And nobody else can enjoy anything that they like because they find it so problematic. Well, fuck all that shit. It's just a goofy TV show. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Don't take away from us what we like just because you think it's problematic. Stop giving in to the snowflake. They're going to find anything that they can to be offended by because that's just what they do. You give them an inch, they're not going to take a mile. They're going to take the whole freaking equator. And it's not going to stop. They're just going to keep on going. You're going to keep looking for something to be offended by, and they're going to find it. It's time to tell them. If you don't like something, tough shit, get over it. Incels and PUAs. They're two sides of the same coin. PUAs, being basically skilled and good at, getting women in bed. And you have the incels who really, basically they're not. They can't get laid, but they desperately want to. They both base their self-worth on whether or not they can get a woman. and how many women they can get or whatnot. So it's basically, you got the PUAs who are actually good at getting laid though, but however, you really listen to these people, that's all they talk about. It's the only thing that they have to be proud of. And the incels, they think that they're going to have some kind of value if they can get a woman, and if they can, get that approval from a woman, then that'll, make them worth more or something. So they both kind of base their self-worth on the validation, attention, and approval of a woman. They're two sides of the same coin. I'd like to say as well, live for yourself, think for yourself, don't be a mangina simp. You know what really gets on my nerves is people who refer to something as crazy as cray-cray, or people who call pizza za. Yeah, let's get some za, man, let's get some za. Now, if you're one of those people who call pizza za or say stupid shit like cray-cray, stop it. You stop it right now. Alright, how about some comedy? Well, football season is well underway here in America anyways. But I'll tell you what, I am not at all into football. I think football's boring, and, well, some people hear that and they're like, what? You don't like football? What, you fucking gay? Right, yeah, is that what you think? Well, let's look at the facts. I'm actually not interested in watching a bunch of big, sweaty, muscular men wearing spandex pants run around and jump on top of each other, but oh yeah, I must be gay, of course. Well, I have nothing against gay people or nothing at all. In fact, I have a good friend of mine who's gay. Yeah, every time I go over to his house, he tells me to come in the back door. He's got a cool job, though. He works at a chocolate factory. He's the guy in charge of packing the fudge. Oh, I'm terrible. That'll do for the Swampcast this week. As always, the link to my Twitter account will be in the description. And remember, think for yourself and don't be a puppet. I'm Bullfrog. Thanks for tuning in.